Run it back, Nation. What is good? Thank you for coming through. It's been a minute since I talked to you guys. I don't know. It took a little break. It's the middle of August. Hope you're enjoying your summer. I thought I would use the NBA 2K26 ratings to make a video about kind of a very early 76ers prediction. Now, when it comes to 2K, as a bug lands in my coffee, when it comes to 2K, I don't play it anymore. I think the game is a complete scam. I think they ruined it years ago. It's just a money pit. But people keep buying it for some reason, so they keep putting it out. But I do like to use 2K ratings as kind of a very early, just to see where the general prediction is. A lot of 2K ratings kind of tell me that the people making a basketball game don't even watch basketball at times. But I think it's interesting to look at the ratings and kind of just give my opinion on if I agree or disagree with where they are. And what I think about the 76ers and the 76ers upcoming season, it gives me an idea of what the general NBA population feels about the 76ers upcoming season. So anyway, thanks for being here. Hit the like button one time. If you agree with these ratings, let me know in the comments. If you disagree with these ratings, let me know in the comments. If you stopped playing 2K a long time ago like I did, let me know in the comments what 2K was the last one that you played. I think 2K20 was the last one I played because I had some progress and then they put out the next gen version and I upgraded and lost all my progress and they wanted me to buy more VC and I was like, this is an obvious scam. Anyway, what's the last one you played? I went and found the 76ers overall rating on NBA 2K26 because I saw some lists come out about like top mid-range shooting and three-point shooting and things like that, and I want to talk about that and see if there's any Sixers players on those lists. But I was like, I wonder what the overall rating of the 76ers is on 2K26. And here it is, NBA 2K26 roster, the Philadelphia 76ers, and this is with the assumption that Quentin Grimes is back. They are a tier 2 team. This is with the assumption. Because it's not like they're starting it's not like Joel Embiid's injured on the game already, right? Which maybe he should be. It's not like Paul George is injured on the game already, which maybe he should be. This is the assumption that they are fully healthy and they have Quentin Grimes back. They are a tier 2 team on 2K26, 83 overall, 78 inside. I don't know how that makes sense if Joel Embiid's healthy. 84 outside. Playmaking 76. I don't disagree with that totally because I think Jared McCain's the only real point guard on the squad. But he hasn't gotten a shot yet at actually playing point guard. I think Tyrese Maxey should be at the 2. I think Nick Nurse isn't going to do that because he's just Nick Nurse. But 76 playmaking, I agree with that. 67 defensive rating. This is where I'm at with these 2K ratings. Is Joel Embiid injured or not on the game? Because some of these ratings, he's injured, right? I mean, they would have if Joel Embiid's healthy, he's one of the best defenders in the NBA. So if Joel Embiid's healthy, they have a much better rating than 67. Is he hurt or not? Or does 2K just think he's washed and he's not good anymore? I don't know. 67 defensive rating, 58 rebounding. Bro. This is what I said last season. You know, I want to say this, man. When it comes to predicting basketball, I think basketball is one of the easiest sports to predict an outcome, or one of the easiest sports to look at a team and decide if you feel like they can win a championship or not. I think it's one of the easiest because it's 5 guys on the court, and if you just see that they don't have the size, the defense, the rebounding to compete in the deep into the playoffs, you can pretty much predict they're going to get smoked. And the 76ers last season with Nick Nurse playing Yabusele at center and Andre Drummond and, leaving a Dembona and Justin Edwards on the bench and just getting completely destroyed in transition and rebounding, it was pretty easy to predict they weren't going to be good. Okay. And that they were a terrible rebounding team, and 2K is predicting that they will again be a terrible rebounding team. They made a couple marginal signings, Trendon Watford. I like the Trendon Watford signing. Is he a great rebounder? Don't know. 3-and-D guy, sure. Great rebounder. I don't know. Did they really fix the rebounding issue? I personally don't think so. Then they go and draft Janai Broom in the second round, who can't jump over a Pepsi can. Good positional rebounder, but on an NBA level, is Janai Broom going to be able to get a rebound in the trenches? We'll see. So 58 rebounding is a wild prediction, but it might be right. 63 interior and 86. What is this, potential? The average potential attributes of the top 8 players. So they're an 83. Their potential is an 86. I would say that is not championship level. There is a screenshot of Maxey, Grimes, Paul George, Kelly Oubre, and Joel Embiid. I want to say this about 2K also, man. As video games become photorealistic, and even AI can create movies that look real, how are you in the 26th year of making this video game and your player models look like Fortnite characters? It's just, it blows my mind. It is a terrible game. I'm not even sure if they work on it every year. They just update the roster, add VC, tell you that pro play is more realistic than ever or whatever. I don't know why you guys keep buying it. But anyway, here's the ratings of everybody on the team and their respective categories. At least this has 3-point and dunk rating. Joel Embiid is a 93 overall on 2K26, which tells me that I guess he's not injured on 2K. So he's not starting the season injured. He is a 93 overall, a 75 3-point rating, an 80 dunk rating. Let's hope and pray that we get 93 overall Joel Embiid in the actual NBA season, this upcoming season. Tyrese Maxey is an 87 with an 82 3-point and a 70 dunk. I don't know how you have an 82 3-point. Again, this is probably one of the things where I think that 2K doesn't actually watch basketball. The one time Tyrese Maxey was actually playing shooting guard with a point guard facilitating the rock, he shot 42.5% from 3. He is an unbelievable 3-point shooter when he's put in the right situation. Now, he's an 82 3-point shooter. Is that based on the fact that he was chucking shots on a bad team last season and his percentages weren't where they usually are? Or is 2K kind of saying Tyrese Maxey's not going to be a great 3-point shooter on this team because they don't have a point guard and he's on the ball, much like he was last year, forcing shots off the dribble. So 82 3-point rating for Tyrese Maxey. Quentin Grimes, we still don't know if he's going to re-sign. There's some rumors that he could sign the qualifying offer, which is what I thought was going to happen from the jump. An 84 3-point rating for Grimes and a 70 dunk. Paul George, assuming he is healthy, is an 83. And I think that's about right for Paul George, man. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to roast Paul George for that. Again, I think that we signed Paul George. Actually, I know why we signed Paul George. We thought Joel Embiid was going to be healthy. We thought Tyrese Maxey was going to, be an all-star again. And we thought we were signing a guy who wasn't in his prime anymore, but could be a good defender, a good, interior playmaker, and a guy who can catch and shoot at a high clip. And he was a 45% catch and shoot 3-point shooter with the Clippers the year before, but he put on a 76ers jersey, broke his knee 17 times, and he's probably cooked. I would be happy if Paul George was a healthy 83 this upcoming NBA season. Now, when you look at the rest of the roster, you understand why the 76ers aren't good. I'm not saying these are totally accurate, but you understand why the 76ers are not a championship level team. I think they had an insanely lackluster offseason. They have no money to spend. It's just, this is the rest of the roster, man. And I think Jared McCain has great potential. And I love the VJ Edgecombe draft pick. But Kelly Oubre, Jared McCain, Andre Drummond, Adem Bono, Justin Edwards, Trendon Watford. That's not a supporting cast, I don't think. That's winning a championship. We'll see what happens. But there's my opinion on 2K's overall rating for the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, there's a couple of lists that came out on 2K's Twitter page that have people arguing on the internet about ratings. And you know what they do. I mean, it's engagement farming also. They do things on purpose to get people to argue in the comments so that their tweet can have 569 replies and 6,000 likes. So I don't know if these are accurate or inaccurate or intentionally inaccurate, but top 10 3-point shot. There is no Sixer on this list. I think they missed a couple guys on here. I think Seth Curry being 99 is funny because actually the highest 3-point percentage last season in the NBA was his brother, Steph Curry. Wait, Steph Curry being 99. His brother, Seth Curry, had the highest 3-point percentage in the NBA last season. He's not on this list. Who's a little white point guard that played for the Cavs last year? Ty Jerome had one of the highest 3-point percentages in the NBA last year. He's also not on this list. Ty Jerome was also drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers, just to rub that in. Isaiah Joe, 88. Sixers let him go. They let him walk. He won a championship. They let him walk. They didn't trade him. They didn't get anything in return for him. They had an open roster spot. They straight up released him because Doc Rivers is a menace. Daryl Morey is a sap, beta, domesticated. What's the word I'm looking for, bro? Submissive, shell of a man. But anyway, Isaiah Joe, 88 3-point shot. This list right here is the one that I totally disagree with, especially if Joel Embiid is a 93 on the upcoming game, which is if they're assuming Joel Embiid is healthy, how is he not a top 10 mid-range shooter? Joel Embiid might be top 5 mid-range shooter in the NBA when healthy. He might be the best mid-range shooting center in history when healthy. So I don't know how he's not on this list. Andrew Nembhard, I agree with that. Steph Curry's there. Seth Curry, still no love. Andrew Nembhard should be on the 3-point list also. DeMar DeRozan, I guess you always got to put him in there. Mid-range assassin. Miles McBride. Chris Middleton's been injured for 20 straight years. I don't know how he's getting love on a mid-range list and Joel Embiid's not. Nikola Jokic, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. 2K's really pushing this Kevin Durant, Houston Rockets thing. Maybe that's a marketing ploy, but Kevin Durant, still really good. SGA 97. I guess I agree with all of that, but Joel Embiid should be on that list. Let me know what you think about that. Top 10 ball handle. Kyrie, Steph Curry, Ja Morant, Trae Young, SGA, Jalen Brunson, James Harden, Luka Doncic, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. I don't know how Darius Garland is not on this list. I think off the top of my head, that's the only player I can really think of that I would put above Kevin Durant, Devin Booker as a ball handler. Maybe even Luka Doncic if we're talking about speed with the ball. But there's that. What else we got? Top 10 speed with the ball. De'Aaron Fox, Ja Morant, Jamal Sheed, Isaiah Collier, Jeremiah Fears, Dillingham, Maxey, Scoot Henderson, Eamon Thompson, and Carter at number 10. Dylan Carter, Dylan Carter. I think Maxey should be in this tier of 95s with speed with the ball. I think Tyrese Maxey is one of the fastest with the ball in the entire NBA. I don't know how you have a rookie who's never played in the NBA yet at number 5 with speed with the ball, and Tyrese Maxey's at number 7. Maxey should be a 95, but it is what it is. I agree. De'Aaron Fox is lightning quick. Ja Morant. Maxey should be top 5 on that. Maxey should be top 4 on this one. It should be De'Aaron Fox, Ja Morant, Tyrese Maxey. He should be top 3 on that one. What else we got? Top 10 rookies. This is one that Sixers fans are not happy about. And that is because VJ Edgecombe was the 3rd pick in the draft, but 2K has Ace Bailey rated ahead of him. Cooper Flagg is an 82. I agree with that. Even starting as a rookie, I think Cooper Flagg should be an 82. I think he's going to be impactful right off the jump. I think he's the most NBA-ready player we've seen in a long time. Outside of Wemby and probably Zion, I think Cooper Flagg is NBA ready. I'm talking like possibly all-star, year 1 or 2. I honestly think Ace Bailey should be number 2 on this list. And those that are still watching this video and hate my Ace Bailey takes, here's another one for you. Ace Bailey should be number 2 on this list. He should be an 81. Because Cooper Flagg and Ace Bailey are the 2 players in this draft that have the most star potential and are going to have the most immediate impact. I don't think Dylan Harper's going to have an immediate impact on the San Antonio Spurs with De'Aaron Fox and Stephen Castle over there. Immediate impact, Cooper Flagg, Ace Bailey. Now, VJ Edgecombe's also going to have immediate impact, but in more of a role player type of way. Cooper Flagg and Ace Bailey have the most star potential in this draft. Ace Bailey should be an 81. Sixers fans hate when I say that. The 76ers should have drafted Ace Bailey. I'm going to die on this hill. It doesn't matter. I don't care about him being a head case and his agent and all this stuff. Daryl Morey should have grew a pair of balls and drafted him, much like Danny Ainge did. Ace Bailey said, I don't want to go to Utah. Danny Ainge said, fuck you. You're coming to Utah. Daryl Morey is a beta submissive shell of a man. He backed down and he drafted VJ Edgecombe. I like what VJ Edgecombe is going to bring, and VJ Edgecombe does still have the potential to develop into a star, I think, 5, 6, 7 years from now. But I think the ceiling on Cooper Flagg and Ace Bailey is far higher than anybody else in this draft class. I think 76 for VJ Edgecombe as a rookie is a good rating. I think Ace Bailey should be an 81. I agree with Cooper Flagg's rating. Yeah. That's my take on that. Thank you to 2K for giving me some content to make a Sixers video on. Let me know in the comments if I should force content for the rest of the offseason. Should I come up here every day for the rest of the summer and make a video on literally anything I can find? Yes or no in the comments. Thank you for being here. Have a great day.